Hi everyone, Anna Olson here from Oh Yum, and I'm so excited to be collaborating with Entertaining with Beth. We have 2 dessert recipes for you, and it's up to you. Are you serving them at your Canada Day party or your 4th of July party? Beth Lemonac of Entertaining with Beth is a fabulous home cook who's been throwing spectacular parties for over 20 years. Her recipes follow the motto, minimum effort for maximum impact. Who doesn't love that? Beth's husband is French, so many of her recipes are inspired by the French classics, with an American twist. And she shares new, simple, yet elegant recipes every week on her channel. So stick around to the end of this video because Beth is making red, white, and blue ice cream in homemade waffle cones. How perfect for the 4th of July. But now it's time for me to get into my recipe, a true Canadian classic sweet treat, butter tarts. Now these are a butter pastry filled with a super sweet sticky maple filling. And I need to start by making the pastry. I've got 2.5 cups of flour, a tablespoon of sugar, and a teaspoon of salt in my mixing bowl. Before I add my butter, I actually like to coat the flour using 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. That helps keep your pastry really flaky. This is 1 cup of unsalted butter that I've cut into pieces. And now I'll mix this on low speed. I can tell the dough is mixed enough because the flour has changed from white to a buttery yellow color. I have a 1/4 cup of cool water and a teaspoon of white vinegar. It's the acidity from the vinegar that actually helps make the pie dough flaky and tender once it's baked. I'm going to shape this into 2 rolls because this recipe makes 12 individual butter tarts. You want to give the dough at least 2 hours to chill. Once your dough has had time to chill, then it's ready to roll. At this point, I like to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. A little flour if you need it. And I use a 5-inch cookie cutter to cut a circle out. A butter tart has a particular look. So what you want to do is curl up your pastry a little like a flower. If it looks too perfect, then people won't believe you made it. I'll just pop these in the fridge to keep them cool while I get the filling ready. To make the filling, I whisk 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar with the same measurement of maple syrup, 1/2 cup of melted butter, 2 eggs, and a teaspoon each of vanilla and white vinegar. A butter tart is a very personal thing. Some people like them just simply plain. Or you've got other options, pecans, walnuts, raisins, even chocolate chips. And if you're really thinking outside the butter tart, cooked bacon. I'm going to do 6 with pecan and 6 with raisins. And then you just have to ladle the filling over top. Give it a second to seep in and around. I do leave a little space here. The filling souffles as it bakes. Now these are all set for the oven. I let them bake for 10 minutes at 400 degrees. Then I turn down the oven to 375 and I let them go for about another 20 minutes. Here they are out of the oven. Really, you go by the browning on the pastry. So I have some already cooled, and you can also turn it into a plated dessert. I'm gonna throw a scoop of vanilla ice cream on there. With the colors of our flags being red and white, throw some red and white sprinkles on there. And now you're ready to enjoy Canada Day. Oh, how delicious. You gotta love that sticky maple filling. Thanks for joining me on this collaboration. And now that I've got you thinking about sweet treats with my butter tarts, well, you can pop on over to Entertaining with Beth because she's making red, white, and blue ice cream in homemade waffle cones. Have a great summer.